You set that goal with God as your witness. You prayed over it and meant every word, but then you gave up on that goal. Now, every time you look at that journal, there's a voice saying, if you were really serious about changing, you wouldn't still be stuck in the same place. I'm going to show you exactly why that voice is lying to you and show you a way out, even if you've failed more times than you care to admit. My name is Thomas. What started me down this path was a promise I made to my daughter that I'd show up, except I didn't. I also promised God I'd change and keep my commitments, but I kept failing. For years, I carried so much shame I couldn't even pray anymore. Because what do you say to a God you keep disappointing? Then one night, something broke open inside me. I finally understood why every promise kept collapsing. And it had nothing to do with how much I believed, and everything to do with what I was still carrying inside from past trauma. That discovery gave me a chance to reconnect with my daughters, and it's why I'm here today. I'm going to walk you through 3 things. By the end, you'll have one concrete step to take today. You didn't just miss a goal, you know that. Missing a goal you made to yourself obviously makes you feel bad. What you're carrying feels heavier and more personal. Here's what it may sound like inside your head. You set the goal and prayed over it. You told God this time was different, then life became busy and chaotic. You missed a day, then the second day. Something in you went quiet, and you stopped pursuing that goal. The motivation you had went quiet, and the personal judgment set in. The voice inside wasn't just saying, try harder. It was saying, God is tired of your apologies. And the worst part? You started to believe it. Is that shame you are feeling from God? The truth is, it's not, and here's why. I want to ask you something. What inspired you to watch this video? You could have scrolled past or numbed out, but you didn't. You're here, still caring, still looking for a way to break through the noise. That is the Holy Spirit refusing to let you settle. A person who has truly given up no longer fights for what they truly want and stops searching for more. But you're searching right now. That restlessness, that heavy, won't leave you alone feeling, that's not God's disappointment in you. That's actually God's pursuit of you. Romans 7 tells us. Paul, the man who wrote half the New Testament, said, I do struggle. Notice that Paul said in the present tense. His struggle didn't prove he was lost. It proved the flesh was present, but no longer in charge. The fact that you feel convicted about your goals is not a sign you've failed God. It's a sign God hasn't given up on what he placed inside you. Now here's what most people get completely wrong. You think this is a discipline problem, or you've been telling yourself that if you just had more willpower, more consistency, more determination, and that you'd finally follow through on that goal. And every time you fail, those negative thoughts would be in your head. So you come back and try harder, with stricter rules and bigger commitments, which did nothing more than add more internal pressure. To find out, it still doesn't work. Why? Romans 12, verse 2, states it the best. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Notice it doesn't say you need to try harder or be more disciplined. It clearly states, be transformed by renewal. From the inside out, you cannot discipline your way into a transformed life. Willpower is a battery that drains, and when it does, the old thought pattern rushes back in. God isn't asking you to try harder. He's asking you to change at the level of identity, not just behavior. When your identity shifts, your actions follow. The planners, the apps, the January restarts all fail for the same reason. They try to change what you do without changing what you believe about who you are or the foundation you are building those goals upon. Here's the tool that changes that. Most people have a plan for success. Almost nobody has a plan for failure. That gap is exactly where the shame spiral steals months from your life. There is a tool I use called the 48-hour reset, which is not a self-help hack. It is a grace-based recovery protocol rooted in Lamentations 3, verse 22 that states, His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. That is a design principle. God built a daily reset into creation itself. Yesterday's failure does not carry into today's starting point. The mercies God provides are renewed every morning. 3 steps the next time you fall. First, stop the bleeding. Don't listen to the inner critic. Put your hand on your chest. Breathe. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Then say out loud, I can be disappointed without being a disappointment. This is a chapter, not the whole story. Get calm first. Second, use only facts, not feelings. Write down what actually happened. Again, only facts. Then ask yourself why. Not to condemn yourself, but to find the real cause that stopped you from working on your goal. Was it from exhaustion, an emotional trigger, or setting unrealistic expectations? When you find the root cause, you're no longer dealing with a character flaw. You're dealing with a system problem, and system problems can be fixed. Third, take one small action. Not a full restart towards that goal. One vote for who you are becoming. Miss 3 days of prayer? Read one Bible verse. Broke your nutrition goal? Drink a glass of water. The 25% version counts, because the win isn't the action. The win proves you didn't stay down and still showed up for yourself. Most people take 6 months to recover from a setback. This gets you back in 48 hours. You came in carrying the specific shame of someone who loves God, genuinely wants to change, and keeps falling short. That shame has been lying to you. Your struggle is not proof that you're not enough. It's proof you're still in the fight. The enemy loses when you get back up, not when you perform perfectly. Say this out loud right now. I am not giving up. I am still in the fight. My setback is not my identity. It is data I can learn from. God's mercies renew every morning, which means my starting point today is not determined by where I fell yesterday. I am getting back up. It may not be perfect, but I am moving forward. Say it again tomorrow morning. Say it every time the inner critic tries to convince you that you've disqualified yourself from your own calling. If this helped you see yourself differently today, subscribe. Every week, we go deeper into breaking the cycles that keep faith-filled people from living the life God designed for them.